I am Reverend Dr. Jacqueline Thompson. I'm the senior pastor of Allen Temple Baptist Church, and it is my honor, my privilege, but moreover, my moral responsibility to stand before you this morning. We gather here this morning, not out of fear, but in faith, faith in one another, faith in our community, and faith in the values that make Oakland the resilient, compassionate, I will add justice-loving city that many of us have come to know and love. And so in these times of uncertainty, we don't turn away from our neighbors. We turn inward and towards them. We stand with them. We protect them. This is who we are, and this is who we have always been. And it must be made clear that this is who we will continue to be. Today, you will hear from leaders all across every sector of our community, from City Hall to our classrooms, from labor unions to our legal advocates, from business to community, and of course, from the faith community as well. All of those who stand on the front lines doing work on behalf of protecting our residents. Each voice you will hear today represents thousands more standing in solidarity. So we are here to send a clear message. Oakland stands united. We are prepared, we are resolute, and we are unwavering in our commitment to protect all of our residents. And now, of course, it is my pleasure to introduce a leader who needs no introduction, but we are blessed because she has dedicated her life to fighting for justice and equality and dignity for every person. Please help me welcome the Honorable Mayor of Oakland, Barbara Lee. Yes.
Thank you so much, Pastor Jackie, my pastor, and I want to thank first our Allen Temple Baptist Church family for once again bringing us together and helping us navigate this very serious moment here in our community. And I want to thank everyone here, our local, county, state partners, community leaders, our neighbors, everyone who continued to stand up for Oakland's immigrant rights. And I think Pastor Jackie framed this message exactly what we're here about today. And I want to thank the press for being here also and for listening and covering the fact that we're a united front, first of all. Elected officials, faith leaders, community partners, all of us delivering action over anxiety and protection over fear as our democracy faces new tests. Now, recent news reports, and I think you all have seen that in San Francisco, Mayor Lurie received a call from Donald Trump indicating that San Francisco was no longer on his list. That does not mean we are not prepared. We have no idea. This is very fluid, and so there's no information we can bring to you today to bring you up to date on what plans they have in place, but we are moving forward with our plans, and we are prepared. The federal administration, of course, has escalated its rhetoric and its enforcement posture in the Bay Area. We know that Border Patrol agents are being stationed on Coast Guard Island. But let me be clear, our city, as I said, we are fully prepared. We're monitoring developments closely and will keep our residents informed if there are any confirmed changes. Oakland is and will continue to be a welcoming city for our immigrants and our refugees, and our laws and values reflect that. The Oakland Police Department does not and will not assist with immigration and customs enforcement. That policy stands firm, and our Assistant Chief will outline exactly how we are upholding it under tremendous pressure. Oakland police officers, of course, will protect Oaklanders' First Amendment rights. However, we are a city which has always been a peaceful city, and we want to make sure that we don't take the bait and that violent behavior toward anyone, police officers, people, individuals, that's not tolerated in Oakland. We stand with our immigrant community and with our neighbors no matter your status. And we are coordinating with our local and regional partners to provide support and legal resources. These federal actions are not about public safety as they try to pretend, and that's what they're doing. They're political stunts designed to divide and to intimidate. Oakland will not take the bait. We will remain calm, focused, and united. And we all know that crime is down. Oakland is rebuilding, rising, and on the move. We will not allow outsiders to create chaos or exploit our city. Peaceful protest is the cornerstone of who we are. We will support and protect residents' First Amendment rights to speak, to march, and to organize peacefully and safely. We ask everyone to stay calm, stay informed, and stand together. Do not let ICE or anyone else provoke disorder in our community. We know that this moment is painful and triggering for many families. The trauma is real, but we are responding not with fear, but with collaboration, courage, and care. So together with our partners, of course, last month we launched the Stand Together Bay Area Fund to support families impacted by aggressive immigration enforcement. In Oakland, we will show strength through our compassion, through our justice framework and lens, and through equity. So the progress, of course, in Oakland is ongoing, and it belongs to us, our city, not to outside forces. We will protect it, and we will protect one another. We will not let anyone bring or wreak havoc or turmoil in our city, whose motto, and I hope you remember this during this period, our motto is love life. So thank you again, Pastor Jackie.
Thank you, Mayor, as always, for your steadfast leadership and for your unwavering commitment to the values we have as a sanctuary city. And so we know that protection under the law and justice are cornerstones of this community. And so I want you to welcome at this time our district attorney, who's going to come and share how that office stands with Oakland residents. Help me welcome Alameda County District Attorney Ursula Jones Dixon.
So good morning. I was blessed last night to have a conversation with Mayor Lee. And I had to remind myself and her that we know the playbook. There's nothing new under the sun. We know that they're baiting Oakland, and that's why San Francisco all of a sudden is off the table. So I'm not going to be quiet about what we know is coming. We know that their expectation is that Oakland is going to do something to cause them to make us the example. That's not what we're doing. So the reason I wanted to come here today is that I can tell you what the DA's office can and cannot do. The one thing I cannot do, and law enforcement really cannot do, is stand in the way of a legal warrant. And nobody, I don't think, expects us to. But we can't violate the law in that way, but we don't assist ICE. The DA's office does not do that. In a public space, we can't stop people from coming in, but they cannot come into the DA's space. I think we are oftentimes considering the fact that there are people who are allegedly charged with a crime who they are looking for, ICE, federal agents. Our victims, our witnesses fall under that category as well. And we're being hit pretty hard because people don't feel safe coming into court to testify. It's our job to make them know that we protect their rights no matter what their immigration status is. I don't need to know what your immigration status is. What I need to know is that, what I need them to know, I should say, is that we have their back. So I'm explaining to you all that my hope for all of us is that we don't take the bait on this one. I'm hoping that there is not the pitting of county and state law enforcement against federal law enforcement. That's how I see this picture, but we can't have it. So we know that peaceful protest is that's the foundation we stand on. That's why I stand here now. I'm the queen of a protest at the University of California at Berkeley, so don't check my record. So my point is, we want to support that, but we also want to encourage people, do not engage federal law enforcement. They want to make an example, and they specifically want it for this city. And that is clear based upon what I heard from San Francisco this morning. The other thing that I wanted to make sure that you know is that as we move forward in supporting victims of crime as well as people who are charged with crimes, we need to be really honest with ourselves about the fact that these are complicated times. Things are moving very quickly. So if you get something from us and then 2 hours later you get something different, don't think we're moving funny. We just want you to know information as it comes up because everything's new right now. Everything's new. I want to leave this meeting to go to another meeting so that I can speak radio, whatever. We need as much press as possible so that people know that we stand united in the city of Oakland and the county of Alameda. So I'm not stepping out on you. I'm going right over to KQED to do this all over again. But I want you to know that the DA's office stands with everybody. We protect everybody's rights, and we seek justice on behalf of everyone, no matter their immigration status. That won't change. So I'm asking you all, please, today, do whatever you can peacefully, calmly, proactively to make sure that you stand in the gap for people who can't stand for themselves today. I just want to thank all of the electeds and everybody, labor, everybody who's here. This is the way we should be doing this every day, standing together. So thank you, Mayor. Thank you all.
We thank District Attorney Dixon for her commitment to justice and protecting all of our residents. And so we know all too well in Oakland that in moments like these, it is critical that we underlie the trust that is needed between the community and the Oakland Police Department. And so we are glad that the Oakland Police Department is here to share with us their plans and how they intend to help keep community residents safe. And so Assistant Chief Beer is coming at this time to share with us their commitment to serving all who are protected under the law.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Assistant Chief James Beer. First of all, I want to make it totally clear that the Oakland Police Department does not participate, assist, or enforce civil immigration matters. Our officers will not ask for anyone's immigration status. We will not share personal information about our residents with federal authorities related to immigration. The Oakland Police Department has no authority to oppose or prevent federal authorities to conduct immigration investigations within our city of Oakland. However, the Oakland Police Department, our police officers, are always clearly identifiable by our official police uniform and/or we will provide our law enforcement credentials. I want to make it clear if anyone attempts to enter your house or detain you and they are not in uniform or they do not show official credentials, please call 911 immediately. And again, I'd like to thank the mayor and her team, everybody here behind us, and we'll stay united to make sure we keep our community safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Assistant Chief Beer. We know that we can also help the Oakland Police Department by making sure we are keeping one another safe. One of the ways that we can do that is to make sure you are sharing this information with those in your community, with your families, and with those that you love, so we can make sure this message gets out to all those who need to hear it. One of the questions that I've been asked and the concerns that have been raised has been around our children and how they will react in this moment. And so we are grateful to have with us Superintendent Denise Sadler, who is going to come at this time and share with us how they intend to help our children continue to feel safe, our teachers feel safe in the environments where they learn, and moreover to give parents and family the comfort that they need. So help me welcome at this time Superintendent Denise Sadler.
I'd like to have my board members join me, stand with me. Today, I want to reaffirm what Oakland has long stood for, our unwavering commitment to be a sanctuary district and a sanctuary city. We stand proudly with our students, our families, and neighbors, no matter where they come from or what language they speak. Let's be clear. We do not need outside troops or agents coming into our city to intimidate, bully, or separate our families. Oakland has never been a place where fear rules. We do not tolerate the kidnapping of children or the tearing apart of communities. In Oakland, we take care of our own. We educate, we nurture, and we protect. Our schools are places of safety, belonging, and hope, not fear. Every child who walks through our doors deserves to learn, to dream, and to thrive without the shadow of harassment or discrimination. To our families, I want them to know you are seen, you are valued, and you are part of this community. To our staff, I want to thank them for standing firm in our mission to serve the whole child. And to everyone who believes in justice and humanity, we must, as our Mayor Barbara Lee has stated so perfectly, we must move forward together. Oakland will always be a sanctuary. We all understand what our children need. We all understand and value our children, our families, and our shared future. Thank you, and I want to ask my board member to speak in Spanish. Thank you.
Buenos días, me llamo Valeria Bachelor y soy la vicepresidente de la mesa directiva de las escuelas aquí en Oakland. Nuestras escuelas son espacios seguros y no permitimos nadie que intruya la escuela o la educación de nuestros estudiantes. Nuestro distrito tiene protocolos sólidos y claros. Ningún agente de inmigración puede ingresar a ninguna de nuestras escuelas sin una orden judicial firmada de un juez y recibir esa información a nuestro equipo legal. Ningún miembro del personal puede repartir información sobre el estatus inmigratorio de un estudiante o su familia. No es solo nuestra policía, pero es la ley de California. A nuestras familias que están sintiendo miedo en este momento, no están solos. Nos recordemos que revise nuestros protocolos, actualiza su información de contacto de emergencia a las escuelas donde están sus estudiantes y completa un plan de preparación para su familia. Si ve una situación de ICE, llama la línea de respuesta rápida del condado de Alameda, que es 510-241-4011. Los voluntarios podrían verificar información y compartir apoyo legal. Oakland siempre sea un lugar de santuario y reafirmamos esa promesa con nuestra comunidad hoy día. Muchísimas gracias.
We thank Superintendent Sadler and members of the board for being present today and for doing their work to reassure that families and children feel safe in continuing to secure their education. And so, contrary to what you might think or believe or even what it seems like, everyone in Washington, D.C. is not a monolith. And despite the rumor that there is no work taking place on our behalf, we have one that we can claim that we know is not only using her voice, but also making sure that she's using her power and her influence to speak up on behalf of the residents of Oakland. And so it is my honor and my privilege to bring us from a federal perspective the work that is happening in Washington, Oakland's own Congresswoman Lateefah Simon.
I think what you see behind us is really the power of the city and the power of effective leadership. Mayor Barbara Lee has brought together NGOs, child care workers, our physicians, our faith leaders, our local and county and regional and state electeds to come together in one voice to say that we support the residents of Oakland. One voice. And so I want to be clear just quickly about a couple of things. This infrastructure that you see behind you, from fire to our sworn officers, to our community health outreach workers, to our mental health specialists, they are working day in and day out to create a safer Oakland. And from a federal perspective, I believe wholeheartedly that Oakland is far beyond what folks understand and know about our city. This is a beautiful city full of opportunity and full of strategic thinkers. In this moment of fear, and speaking to folks in our community, I want you to know what my job is. My job, one, is to go to work. Unfortunately, as we speak right now, in the Dome, in the Capitol, the doors of the House floor are closed. For over 4 weeks, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, has closed all business of the United States Congress. So the majority of that 4 weeks, I, along with Democratic colleagues, have been inside of that dome, ready and willing to negotiate, to open this government back up, but they refuse to come to the table, so I get to be here in my town, Oakland, California. While in the middle of a government shutdown, I want to be clear that what is being threatened by the administration is not about public safety, not for 1 minute. If it were, the President of the United States would have been in long-term conversations with the leaders of our great cities in the East Bay. Members of the Oakland community, I want you to know that our job collectively here today is to do a few things. We will work to protect every single member of this community, every single law-abiding member of this community. We will protect children, we will protect our elders, we will protect our officers, we will protect our protesters who come into a city to lift the voices of humanity. We're clear about that. We will also make sure that information that you deserve and that you need is consistent and ongoing. Be on the lookout for what's coming out of the mayor's office, my office, and other members of our elected family. Your faith communities, your pastors, your imams, your temples, they will all have information about your rights. So I want to make sure you know that we are collected, we are collaborating, and we want to let you know that we're here to support you. And I want you to know that I am outraged at an administration that would rather terrorize communities than fix a broken immigration system. We will moreover, together and collectively, stand by our beliefs that terror and that violence inflicted by the Trump administration upon this community are unwanted, unwarranted, and illegal. I want to thank again Mayor Barbara Lee for her leadership and the elected family for your leadership and our community for your leadership, our faith leaders for your leadership, and for the press for telling the truth. We come in peace, and even as we protest today, there will be members of our community who will lift their voices. They know, as we know, we don't need violence. We need the mirror of the truth. And the truth is that we keep us safe. We in Oakland keep us safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congresswoman Latifah Simon, and for your commitment to be consistent in making sure we get accurate information, for protecting us in all of our iterations, and moreover, for committing to use your voice on behalf of justice. And so coming from the state, from our state capitol, representing us with courage and conviction always, we're grateful to have with us Senator Jesse Arreguín, who's going to come at this time and share with us.
Well, thank you, Pastor Thompson. I'm State Senator Jesse Arreguín. I'm proud to represent Oakland and a resident of Oakland. I'm joined by my colleague, State Senator Aisha Wahab, who represents Southern Alameda County. And we're here united to say that the East Bay and the State Senate stands united with the East Bay community at this difficult time. That we stand for the right for peaceful protests, and we stand to say that ICE and federal troops have no presence in our communities. The state of California has been preparing for this moment for the past several months. You know, one of the first actions we took this year was to allocate millions of dollars of funding for legal defense and to allow our Attorney General to be able to take legal action against the Trump administration. To date, over 40 lawsuits have been filed by the state of California against the Trump administration, and the state is ready to submit another lawsuit if Trump attempts to deploy the military here against our own citizens. We've also passed a series of laws saying that secret police, mass agents have no presence in our communities, that law enforcement needs to do their operations with full transparency and accountability. We've passed laws to protect our schools and protect our healthcare spaces. And we're here to say that the state of California stands with you. We saw what happened in Los Angeles and what Trump is trying to do in other cities. Now he wants to do that here in our own home, here in the East Bay. We will not allow it. We call on the community to not fall into Trump's trap. He relishes at the opportunity to be a wannabe dictator, and he wants to sow chaos as an excuse to send in the military to Oakland streets. To our residents, we stand by your right to peacefully protest, and we call on you to peacefully protest. Our nation was born from the ideals of standing up to authoritarianism, and it's our obligation to continue that legacy today. Thank you.
I'm State Senator Aisha Wahab. I wanted to specifically state, again, thank you to Mayor Lee, as well as every single freedom fighter here in the Bay Area. This is what it is, freedom fighting. And I want to highlight the topics that weren't talked about. We mentioned the federal shutdown, the fact that IOUs don't pay grocery bills, the fact that people are struggling already, the fact that we know that the administration wants to hide and shy away from the Epstein files. I personally would like to call upon all of the Republicans, all of the independent voters, and the fiscally conservative. Where's your voice in this time? We know that this is morally bankrupt, and we also know this is not just going to hurt the economy of the Bay Area. It's going to hurt the United States of America on an international playing field. And when we talk about making sure that America is the leader in the nation, in the world, what are we doing today? What are you doing? You guys have been silent. Speak up. You know this is wrong. Thank you.
Thank you to our state senators for being here and for their impassioned plea, but moreover sharing with us the work that has been done, for the lawsuits that have been filed, for the dollars that have been allocated. I personally, as a resident, am appreciative, and if trouble is what I do. So let me just take just a brief moment of liberty and remind us we have a ballot that is in our mailbox, Proposition 50. As we're talking about legislation, we are here because this moment proves to us that elections matter, that your voice matters, that your vote matters. So for those of you who have not engaged, I dropped that. Do not send anything to the mayor. Send it directly to me. We are online, the Allen Temple Baptist Church in Deep East Oakland. Representing Assembly District 18 with an unwavering dedication and commitment, please welcome California State Assembly member Mia Bonta. Yes.
It's wonderful to be able to be with you all today. Funny thing happened on my way to work today. I live in the city of Alameda, went the back way on the service road, past Coast Guard Island, to our office here on 1515 Clay Street, because I get to represent the beautiful people of Oakland, Alameda, and Emeryville. And in this moment, I couldn't be more proud, because what I saw were people singing. What I saw were people marching. What I saw were people fighting for our liberty and protection of every single community member on that service road. We here in Oakland and in the East Bay and in 8018 are in a moment of seeking peace, of seeking grace, and ensuring that every member of our community, every undocumented person, every refugee, every immigrant knows that we are standing with them today. Whether you are a citizen or somebody who is seeking citizenship, seeking asylum here, you know that you have a place of grace here in this district. That is what I see when I walk around this district. So let us not be fooled. Let us not be tempted by the chaos that this federal administration, this Trump administration, is trying to have us fall into. We will operate with peace, we will operate with grace, and we will defend. We will defend with righteousness, and we will defend ensuring that we are taking care of our own. I'm very proud and honored to be a part of the California State Legislature, with standing here with my colleague, Assemblymember Liz Ortega, who is the vice chair of the Latino Legislative Caucus, with my fellow legislators here in the state. We've been ready and waiting for this moment here in the East Bay, making sure that the state of California is providing the resources and the legislation and the legal protection to ensure that our community members will be protected. I'm honored to have been a part of that work, but I need you all to know that as soon as word came down that something funny was happening on Coast Guard Island, by the way, Coast Guards who are a part of that federal shutdown, whose children are going to food banks right now, we started to operate and work with the city, our amazing county supervisors and others who you will hear from, our frontliners, our community-based organizations, our health organizations, to make sure that we could protect and care for our own. I'm honored to be able to do that with you all every single day, but I need you to know that Oakland and this district have the strongest backbone in California, and we will fight in peace.
Good morning. I'm Assemblymember Liz Ortega, representing District 20, which encompasses the neighboring cities of San Leandro, Hayward, Union City. And first of all, I want to thank the mayor, her team, everyone here. This is the city that embraced me when I arrived to this country at 3 years old. When my parents came here, not just to look for the American dream, and to reap the benefits of that as immigrants, but they worked really hard to contribute to that American dream. And that is why I'm standing here as your state assembly member. I want to be very clear about the fact that this administration has unleashed a reign of terror in our community across this country. Today, it is okay for them to racially profile us, to go to our workplaces, to go to our schools, to go to our hospitals. And that's why we've worked so hard, as the senators have mentioned, as a state to prepare for this moment. But the reality is our families don't feel prepared. They feel the anxiety. They feel the fear, watching the news, knowing that those ICE agents can come up at any moment and take them away from their families. We've seen this in Los Angeles. We're seeing it in Chicago and in other parts of this country. And what I want to say today to our community, particularly to our Latino community, which I will speak in Spanish in a minute, is that we're in this together. We're united, and that same city that embraced me at 3 years old, that comforted me and did not put me in a cage, is the same city and the same state and the same America that is going to stand up, fight back, and rise to see a beautiful tomorrow. Me llamo asambleísta Liz Ortega. El mensaje que quiero dar a nuestra comunidad latina es que como inmigrante yo siento el mismo miedo y ansiedad que están sintiendo en este momento, que Trump está mandando a sus agentes de inmigración a nuestras ciudades. Por eso quiero que entiendan que todos que estamos aquí estamos preparados para ayudarlos, para darle la asistencia que necesitan. Y si tienen miedo o necesitan algo, por favor, llamen a mi oficina. Mi número de teléfono es 510-583-8818. Como legisladora e inmigrante, yo sé el terror que tenemos, pero también sé que como comunidad, como familias, nos vamos a proteger a uno a otro y no están solos. Gracias.
We thank both of our assembly members, not just for the work that they are doing, but I would dare say for being the living embodiment of what is possible when communities come together and unite. And so we are grateful that we are not doing this in isolation, but this is indeed a partnership on many levels. And present with us representing Alameda County is Supervisor Nikki Fortunato Bass. Alameda County has been a partner in protecting our communities, and she is here this morning to share the resources and the services that are being made available on behalf of the county to make sure that all of the county residents are safe. Let's welcome her.
Thank you, Pastor Jackie. Again, I'm Nikki Fortunato Bass, Alameda County Supervisor for District 5, North County, proudly representing Oakland and North County. Joining me is Supervisor Elisa Marquez, who represents District 2 and chairs our Public Protection Committee. Not only am I your supervisor, we are both daughters of immigrants. My parents came from the Philippines seeking economic opportunity, and my grandparents came fleeing a dictator in the Philippines, a dictator who was ousted by a people's power movement. And part of my message today is that an organized community is a safe community. And what we have to do right now is organize to keep each other safe. Here in Alameda County, where a third of our residents are immigrants or refugees, we want you to know that we have your back. We knew this day would come, myself and my colleague, and that is why we have been working all year to secure over $7 million to support immigrant justice. That investment in 3 powerful coalitions in our Public Defender's Office means that we have a rapid response line, and our recent infusion of support means that that hotline is now operating 7 days a week, including weekends. It also means that we have an amazing coalition that is doing Know Your Rights trainings, organizing residents in their neighborhoods, and organizing in the business community. And lastly, that also means that we have a powerful network of legal organizations that are providing legal services in deportation defense. So we want to make sure that, number one, you know your rights and that you have your own family safety plan. Number two, that you verify sightings of ICE enforcement with our rapid response hotline. And number three, that we all defend our constitutional rights. And so you heard from our district attorney. Our Public Defender's Office, together with several legal organizations, is defending our constitutional right to due process, as well as to a right to an attorney. We also have our our Alameda County Sheriff, Esenia Sanchez, who has reaffirmed that the Sheriff's Office will not cooperate with federal immigration enforcement. And I want you to also know that our board, together with our county council, has joined numerous lawsuits to defend our rights and our resources under the Constitution. So our communities have overcome repression and violence in historic and current movements for civil rights, for workers, for immigrant rights, and we will continue to keep that tradition alive. Lastly, as you heard from our Congresswoman, we are in week 4 of this federal shutdown. Our communities need a functioning federal government that will deliver on our safety net, not a militarized presence. And at your county, we are working fiercely to defend our safety net in the midst of this dismantling through the federal budget and this shutdown. Just last Tuesday, I pushed for $10 million for food security, and our board agreed to that amount. We will make it official on Tuesday. So know again that Alameda County has your back. You are not alone. We have a great coalition of organizations who will stand with you to ensure that we are all informed, prepared, and that we are organizing to defend our constitutional rights and our democracy. Thank you.
We thank our county representatives for their partnership. And so my faith tradition teaches that people perish for lack of knowledge. And we know that part of this moment is to institute fear so that people forget what it is that we actually really know. But we are grateful for Lourdes Martinez, who is coming to share with us about free legal services that are available, as well as rapid response services that are available. So she's coming from the Alameda County Immigration Legal Education Partnership. Let's welcome her.
Thank you very much. My name is Lourdes Martinez. I am co-director of the Immigrant Rights Program at Centro Legal de la Raza, one of the organizations that, thanks to the support of Alameda County elected officials and a group of funders, has been able to relaunch the Alameda County Immigration Legal and Education Partnership, a CLIP, which is a rapid response network in Alameda County. First, as a immigrant woman, I just want to say humbly thank you to everybody. I am so deeply in gratitude, and I feel privileged to live in the East Bay of California during this time of political crisis for immigrants, and in particular for Latino immigrants, brown-skinned immigrants who are feeling now completely unprotected by what we had hoped would be constitutional protections in the land of liberty. Thank you to our elected officials, but also thank you to organizers, activists, organizations, the schools, everybody who is standing in solidarity with immigrants. Y a la comunidad inmigrante del este de la Bahía quiero asegurar que nadie estamos solos, estamos unidos, estaremos juntos y enfrentaremos este momento juntos. En un momento daré información sobre la línea de respuesta rápida y los esfuerzos para mantenernos seguros durante estos momentos. As we've been operating the hotline over the past few months, we have been witnessing how our neighborhoods become destabilized, our families separated, and we have seen the cruelty of the federal government become a reality for our communities. I want to say very clearly, we are a county where 1 in every 3 of us is foreign born. And that means that almost all of us are at least in a mixed status family, or we are somehow connected to the story of immigration, especially now that the federal government has made it okay to racially profile and to stop someone because of the way that the language they speak, the skin color, or our appearances belonging to a certain sector of the economy. It's just really important that we understand our cultures and our heritage are not political, and they are not woke. They are reality. They are who we are. They are our heritage. They are our families, our ancestors. They are our identities, and it is what makes us strong. And we must continue to stay proud and united in who we are, individually and collectively. These raids that this ICE activity has already been happening, but with the recent threats, we are anticipating an escalation, and it is what's happened in other cities such as Washington, D.C., Chicago, Portland, is that if there has been deployment of additional federal law enforcement, it has really strengthened ICE and their ability to execute more detentions. So that is what we are bracing for. As it has already been said, a CLIP is now operational on the weekend, and we just, we want to ask that the community help us by calling. If you see something, please avoid spreading any unverified reports, but call us and let us actually verify. And if you want to join our team of verifiers, and it does take a village, we are having a training this evening and will continue to do so. We already have a large group, and thank you to all the volunteers and all the activists on the ground who are helping us verify immigration enforcement activity in Alameda County. We also not only want to verify and be in constant communication with you all, please confirm on social media. We also want to be tracking immigration enforcement in Alameda County and make sure that nobody disappears. And so we also have attorneys constantly present, and part of our regional effort to have a constant lawyer presence at 630 Sansom in San Francisco. Please call us, preferably the day of, but it really doesn't matter when a detention happened. Please report it. And I don't want to go through the guidance here, but we have it on our social media, on our website, for the kinds of things that we want to ask that we all be preparing to be on the lookout for, so that we can report ICE activity or detentions. We know this is an uncertain and stressful time. However, this is a moment of unity and power, not panic. If you or someone you know might be impacted, here are 5 ways to protect yourself and your loved ones right now. Know your rights. We still have rights, and it doesn't matter how much they violate them. We must assert our rights. You have the right to remain silent and to not open your door. You have the right to speak to a lawyer. Know your rapid response hotline number. A CLIP is 510-241-4011, and we have listed online all of the other regional hotline numbers. Be prepared to share as many details. Like I said, if you can please, this is something important for our personal education. This would be something good to follow up on your own, to learn about all the details regarding location, time, uniform, or other garb that people executing detentions are wearing, etc. Create a safety plan. Identify who can care for children, pets, or other responsibilities if needed. We certainly have guides on our website, and we are also conducting trainings. We have an event coming up next week. We may be moving it to provide more such events online, because we understand people are afraid. Memorize important phone numbers, and if you are an immigrant, memorize your A number. Share key information with trusted loved ones. Sometimes it will be your loved ones who will be calling us on the hotline, and it is very helpful if they know the information that we need and that we are asking them, or that the attorneys will need. Gather important documents, such as passports, IDs, medical records. Keep them in a safe place and make copies. Minimize your risk. Follow updates from trusted community organizations. Use PIN passcodes on your phones, and consider disabling fingerprint or facial recognition. Weigh your individual risk, and just remember that we are living under difficult times where ICE is allowed to racially profile. Lo quiero repetir en español, especialmente esta información es muy importante para nuestra comunidad hispanohablante. I'm going to repeat it in Spanish, and I'm sorry I don't speak other languages right now. La línea de respuesta rápida del Condado de Alameda se mantendrá abierta durante los fines de semana, a partir de este fin de semana. Por favor, memorícense nuestro número 510-241-4011. 510-241-4011. Y en la línea, en el internet o en nuestras redes sociales, también tenemos los números de las otras redes de respuesta rápida en toda la región del área de la Bahía. No olviden que estamos aquí, estamos unidos, y en la unidad está la fuerza. Conozcan sus derechos, manténganse en silencio. No tienen que abrir la puerta. Tienen derecho a hablar con un abogado. Además de la línea de respuesta rápida, también hagan su propio plan de seguridad para que sepan, para que toda la familia o la comunidad, especialmente si comparten el hogar con alguien más allá de la familia, que sepan el plan, quién va a cuidar a los niños, las mascotas o las responsabilidades si es necesario. Tengan memorizados los números de teléfonos importantes y también su número de porque para cuando nos hablen a la línea de respuesta rápida, esa es una información muy importante para que los abogados puedan dar seguimiento. Tengan sus documentos importantes, así como pasaportes, récords médicos, documentos de inmigración, tenganlos seguros y hagan copias. Y minimicen su riesgo. Recuerden que estamos en un momento muy difícil en donde el perfil racial es válido, y ICE nos puede detener en la calle por el color de nuestra piel, nuestra apariencia de ser de clase trabajadora o nuestro idioma. Recuerden que ASILEP está con ustedes, no estamos solos. And I'll finish in English just to reiterate We are part of a strong, united community that protects one another. That is part of the privilege of being here today. Together, we will continue to defend our rights, our family, and our dignity. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for supporting the Rapid Response Network of Alameda County. Stay informed, stay ready, and stay in community. Siempre juntos.
Thank you, Lourdes, and we'll remind you once again that most of the information she has shared will be available to you once this is over. Please know that it is not our intent to rush anyone, but we want to make sure that all of our speakers are here and every segment of our community gets their time to speak. And so with that, we're always grateful for our partnership with Labor. Labor has always stood for justice, for the dignity of all workers, and we are grateful for Antoinette Blue, who is here, and she's going to come speak on behalf of working families across this city from SEIU 1021.
Well, good morning, everybody. As she just said, my name is Antoinette Blue. I am the chapter president of SEIU Local 1021 City of Oakland chapter. I am also a 911 dispatcher with OPD. Our union members are the librarians, the Head Start teachers, the gardeners, your Department of Transportation workers, public works workers, crossing guards, and more. They're the ones that keep this city running and helping the community members live in a lifestyle that they're able to live in and attain. For the people who don't know in the back, Oakland is one of the most diverse cities in the country. Our diversity is the source of our solidarity and our strength. And we as city workers are committed to delivering services to all Oaklanders, regardless of your immigration status. We are proud to stand here with Mayor Lee in defending our community against unwanted and dangerous federal overreach, of which we strongly oppose the deployment of federal agents that target our Black and brown communities. We oppose the Trump administration attacks on programs like Head Start, which care for thousands of Oakland children every single day. Let me be very clear. We don't want any federal troops in our city policing our communities, period. Okay, so with that, I want to urge everybody to pick a lane. I know everybody says about changing lanes and staying within their lane. Pick a lane in this fight. That could be text baking, talking to your community members, passing out resources, or being on the front line and actually showing up and showing out. I want to bring the attention also to my hoodie because it is essentially the theme of what we're doing. The city of Oakland is the power of the storm. And we are here, and we're all united to fight. And that's everybody that's behind me, my community members, my members of my union, in addition to the leadership for the state and the city. So I just wanted to thank you guys for your time. Make sure you guys get out there and vote. As you can see, the time is now, and games are not to be played. Thank you.
There are so many one-liners, I don't know which one to pick up there. Unite to fight, pick a lane, power in the storm. Yeah, we thank you and thank our labor community for always standing with us. And so we also want to make sure that we are including members of our Asian Pacific Islander community. They're a central part of our city's fabrics, and coming to share resources that are available and support that's available is Nancy Wong, Senior Staff Attorney with Asian Pacific Islander Legal Outreach.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Mayor Lee and her staff for inviting me to share some words with all of you. I am a second-generation child of immigrants, and my family has been my mixed immigrant family, which includes undocumented people and documented people, for 4 generations here in the city of Oakland. So we are very grateful to the city of Oakland and the surrounding East Bay and Bay Area for the way that this area has welcomed my family and others within our community. And I just want to share with you that the Asian community stands united with our Latino and Haitian and other Black immigrant brothers and sisters. Our agency serves everyone, even though we are organized to, with language capacity to serve those in the Asian community. We do provide free legal services in removal defense, affirmative filings. We go out into the community and educate all of our neighbors and service providers on the rights of immigrants. And we also try to help organizations come up with a protocol on how to keep ICE out of, their establishments, whether they be small businesses or social programs or other types of employer-based places. So I just want to call upon the people in the general public, those who are both immigrants and non-immigrants, to use this opportunity to learn rights of everybody, our constitutional rights. I know that they're being attacked. I know that the Trump administration is severely trying to erode these rights. But if we stand up to this and fight back, that's the only way that we're going to be able to retain those rights. So we would really like people who want to help, the non-immigrants who are U.S. citizens, to step up and learn how to go out and teach other people their rights, maybe provide practical help in going shopping or taking their children to the doctor, other things that you could do. But please remember to protest peacefully. I want to echo everything that everyone has said here, because when you don't protest peacefully, the people that are the most adversely impacted are the very people that you want to protect and help, and those are the people within the immigrant community. And then the final thing I just want to say is we have these red cards, and I brought them. I always carry them with me wherever I go. When I see people in the street, or I'm on BART and maybe ICE shows up, I start passing them out. So we have these red cards in all different languages, and hopefully we can get them disseminated out to everyone in Alameda County, so that they, when ICE approaches them, all they have to do is just show them the red card. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
Thank you, Nancy, and we'll make sure that no one leaves here without a red card. And so we're grateful for the presence of our city council persons that are here today. We have two of them that are coming before us at this time, Charlene Wong and Zach Unger. We're going to ask them to come forward.
Will do. Hey everyone, I am so proud to represent District 2, City of Oakland. It includes the communities of Chinatown, Little Saigon, and San Antonio. These are some of the most diverse communities that we have here in Oakland. I'm also the public safety chair, and I'm proud to stand with the mayor with her leadership in addressing this crisis. What we know, too, is that what we're seeing here at the federal level, this is just, quite frankly, white supremacy. Let's just call it for what it is. We see racial profiling. We're seeing immigrants of color who are being racially profiled. In LA, it was the LA Chinatown that was being targeted that kicked this all off. And so we are all, you can see the rainbow of voices that we are standing here in solidarity. We have a lot of work to do. As our Congresswoman said, it's time for us to get to work. It's time for us to look at our city policies and see what we can do to protect our communities. That's the most important thing. So thank you, everyone.
I'll keep it brief. I'm struck that this is happening today, one day after we renamed a street for Bobby Seale. Oakland has a proud tradition. We don't back down, we stand up. Enough said.
Enough said. And let me add, it was a wonderful celebration for the street renaming yesterday for Bobby Seale, long overdue. So we're coming into the home stretch, but we did not want to end this moment without making sure that we heard from members of our business community. And so we have two representatives that are here, and we're grateful for their presence. We're going to hear from Barb Leslie from the Oakland Chamber of Commerce, representing the business community. And then following her, from the small business community, the Heart of Oakland's neighborhoods, Leticia Chavez.
Good morning. I'm Barbara Leslie. I'm the president and CEO of the Oakland Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce. And standing next to me are my colleagues, Kathy Adams, the president and CEO of the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce, and Stephanie Tran, the president of the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce. We proudly stand today together in solidarity with our city leadership, our state and federal electeds, our community partners, and the hundreds of small and immigrant business owners across Oakland that we represent, who contribute each and every day to our local economy, our cultural identity, and are integral to Oakland's beautiful future. We have a long history, as it's been said earlier, we have a long history in Oakland of standing up and speaking out, and we will, against injustice, and we will continue to support the efforts of every individual to stand up and speak out peacefully against injustice across our city, for our businesses, for our residents, and for everybody here in Oakland. And we thank you very much for allowing us to be here today and partner with you in this effort. Thank you.
Thank you for speaking up and speaking out. Last but certainly not least, where would we be if it were not for the foundation of our faith community, regardless of our faith traditions? And so coming to us now, because we know faith leaders have been the moral compass of this community, and with us to share a word of strength and solidarity, we are grateful for Pastor Michael McBride.
I want to thank our courageous and righteous Mayor Barbara Lee, who always speaks for me and us. I stand as a representative of the faith community, and I see my colleagues here, obviously, Reverend Dr. Jackie Thompson, Bishop Keith Clark, Bishop Keith Barnes, the homie, Brother Demarie, AKA Truck, known in the neighborhood, Brother Ron Muhammad, all of us together, as well as with the credible messengers of our city. The community violence interventionists who have contributed to the historic reductions we continue to see in our communities. We stand and join the chorus of voices and say we are not in a state of an emergency in Oakland. Donald Trump, you are the emergency. We are not a city of lawlessness and chaos. Donald Trump, you are an agent of chaos. You are the wrecking ball that has been unleashed in our city, in this state, and this country. Unlike the East Wing of the White House, Oakland's walls will not fall that easily. We are here to declare that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind, or self-discipline. We are here in unshakable solidarity to declare to you and to remind all of our loved ones and community members in Oakland and the Bay Area that we stand up when repression rises. We are a city with a superpower. That superpower is the power of the people. Whatever problems we have in our city, the people of Oakland will solve those problems. You can join us in our efforts to solve those problems. We know you will not. So we will resist your intrusion and your overreach. You do not stop crime and illegal behavior by unleashing more crime and illegal behavior. You do not use violence to create nonviolence. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. This administration's effort to bend and break the laws of this country, to continue to elevate a manufactured crime and immigration narrative, is immoral. It is wrong. And we as faith leaders and civic leaders will name it as such. you are a liar. Other cities where this federal overreach has happened has also shown us that black community members whose immigration status and citizenship are not in question are also being targeted, harassed, arrested, jailed, and brutalized. With this in mind, many of us who we have already named are launching the Secure the Town initiative to ensure we engage with black youth and young adults in schools and neighborhoods, car and bike clubs, cultural spaces, congregations, and many other places where communities gather to make sure they have the information they need and to ensure we are all standing in solidarity with all of Oakland. To those who seek support, to those who need relief and protection, reach out to us. Your clergy member and leader is for you. You belong here. You belong to Oakland. You belong to us. Do not surrender to fear. To our young people, we implore you, do not get caught up by engaging with federal officers who often likely are untrained, unprofessional, and unaccountable. Be wise in your movements. Carry your IDs. Know your rights by attending the trainings online and in person. Be where you are supposed to be. And do not be where you are not supposed to be. Do not get caught up. Border Patrol is targeting and taking our people too. But we will outlast this wickedness in high places. Oakland will counter hate, lies, and misinformation with love for all people. Truth, justice, peace, and joy. And we beg the Congress, please release the Epstein files. In the words of our dear beloved ancestors and champions of Oakland, all power to the people.
All power to the people.
And with that, we thank all of the community representatives for being here today and for taking time out of their schedule. We certainly thank all of you and you who are joining us online. And so we have heard our marching orders today. We reinforce for the residents and for all of the people that Oakland is stronger together, that we are united, that we are prepared, and we will protect one another. I just want to make sure that you heard those resources that were available to you. So remember, the hotline number is 510-241-4011. You are also able to visit the city's website, oaklandca.gov, for city resources and sign up for alerts on that same website. I certainly want to close by thanking our amazing liberation, justice, freedom fighting mayor. For not waiting, for not hesitating, but making sure that there was an answer so that there could be peace and calm in the city. And my particular faith tradition teaches that if you are a person of faith, you ought to desire to do justice and to love mercy and to walk humbly with our God. But if by chance you are not of any particular faith tradition, perhaps you are spiritual but not religious, I come back to the laborer who said there is power in the storm. We need to be united for the fight. And if you do nothing else, pick a lane. Thank you all for being here.